Hi, welcome to the AcousticVids.com podcast. I am your host, Melanie DeYounga, and I am very pleased to welcome with us today Miss Lilia Broussard, who is going to be doing a fantastic show at Hotel Cafe tomorrow night, which is Tuesday, October 16th. It's at 7 p.m. It's 21 and over, unfortunately, but you can give them a call at 323-461-2040 to get all the rest of the details, like cover, and the time is 7 p.m. It's at 1623.5 North Cahuenga Boulevard, and that's in Hollywood. You can find out about Lilia, which, believe me, you're going to want to, at www.liliabroussard.com, and that's LELIABROUSSARD.com, or her MySpace page, which is myspace.com/Lilia Broussard. So you're going to start us off by giving us a little taste of what your sound is about, right?
Indeed.
Excellent.
This song is called So Far by Far, and I've actually just finished it since I've been here in LA. So. You hit me like a hurricane on an open sea. Waves of you crashing over me, sent a love still on the breeze. But you made me feel like a symphony was playing only for me. So far by far, nothing compares to you. So far by far, when you kiss me, that's all I wanna do. So far by far, nothing compares to the rush. So far by far. I dream about you most every night. Can't seem to get you off my mind, I guess. Love becomes me now, and I crave you like I crave the crown. But you made me feel like a symphony was playing only for me. So far by far, nothing compares to you. And so far by far, when you kiss me, that's all I wanna do. So far by far, nothing compares to the rush. So far by far, so far by far. I breathe in, breathe out, and I never imagined it could feel like this. But I don't believe in luck, so you can save me your speeches and scold, 'cause I know so far by far, nothing compares to you. And so far by far, when you kiss me, that's all I wanna do. So far by far, nothing compares to the rush. So far by far.
Awesome, thank you. So, first of all, probably an assumption that a lot of people who are aficionados of this site are going to make is that you're related to Mark Broussard, but that's not true, is it?
Well, no, I mean, no, not really.
Just maybe.
No, maybe we're cousins or something. But, you know, I'm from the town in Louisiana that everybody is named is a Broussard. You know, it's like Smith. There's the Broussard pharmacy, you know, the town Broussard, so everybody's Broussard. But I guess, you know, we're all distantly related in some way. I say he's my brother. It's my brother Mark.
Not a bad connection to have if it were true. Which kind of leads into the next question, which is, for a lot of artists, a place where they're from influences their writing almost like a relationship would. And you've had three pretty distinct places that you've lived, which is Louisiana and then Philadelphia for 7 years, which definitely has its own vibe and groove, and now New York.
Indeed.
So can you talk a little bit about how each one of those places has influenced your writing?
You know, I kind of grew up in Louisiana, and that was just amazing. I mean, my first concert was like Paul Simon, you know, there was just these festivals of amazing music all the time, and
Neville Brothers probably.
Yeah, and you know, like just the Festival International in Lafayette, and you know, Jazz Fest, and there's just a melting pot of this amazing, you know, Zydeco dance. It's like it's crazy, and the culture is amazing. There's that. I think that influence. I love, you know, blues and jazz and soul music, and that, you know, really just growing up with that, it's just great. A lot of world music, and then I moved to Philly, and that, I mean, they have a great, you know, singer-songwriter community there now, and the Philly Soul thing, of course, is really cool, and I play with a lot of those musicians who were a part of that. So that was really cool, and that's kind of when I started becoming a singer-songwriter, was in Philly. And then New York is just really incredible. There's so much music there, and so just anything you could want as far as music, and it's just all there, and there's just so many, just so talented people. It's amazing, and they have great venues there, and just you meet. A cool thing about New York, and I think they have this here as well, but they, you know, on a night there's like 5 different artists, and you can see kind of different people, and it's just I love New York. You know, it's amazing.
That is a great place about living in a very music-centric place, is that for on any given night, for less than $10, you can be experiencing amazing music.
That's what's so cool. And even like at one night in particular, I saw there's this place called the Rockwood Music Hall in New York, and it's free. You just go, and it's like a tip jar, but it's this tiny place. I mean, I swear to God, not more than 50 people can fit in this place, but it's really cool.
Those are the best places.
It's great, but there's always like really exceptional music there, in the living rooms the same way. And I saw like, you just see like crazy stuff. Like I think the Killers were there like one night, like really like late.
That's awesome.
It's just very cool. I saw this amazing band there. A friend of mine, Reeve Carney. Oh, he lives here.
Yes, he does.
He's great. I saw him there, and it was like packed. It was just, there's just so much good music. It's really, really fun to live there.
About your music, a lot of people say about different artists that they call it influence, like R&B influence or blues influence, but your music is very much like each different song. You wouldn't even call it influence, like it just is that genre. Like, for instance, I would say, like, Peace Out, that is an R&B song, and Waiting on the Nine, you know, that's very much, like, singer-songwriter, and then, you know, Business of Love, like, that is a jazz song. It's not even influence. So, is that a conscious decision, or is that just something that sort of organically comes out of you that way?
I think it's, for singer-songwriters, I think it's important to kind of listen to and be exposed to a lot of different kind of music, and I love just music in general. And I can't see myself not doing all kinds of, because I love it, and I just want to do different stuff. I don't want everything I do to sound the same. So I mean, I get, it is a conscious thing, but I'm not like, well, now we're doing an R&B song today. Today it's R&B, all right, folks. You know, it's not like that at all. It just kind of comes out, but it comes out diverse, I hope. So
definitely. Goal accomplished. It's definitely true. Something that I think is so fascinating about your career is that you were very young when you started, and your first effort, Louisiana Soul, was released when you were 15.
Yeah,
and
wow,
a lot
you
of
did
that,
your research. Jesus. Yeah.
And a lot of the material written when you were as young as 13. It's pretty remarkable.
You know, I know. It was like doing that. I just was writing songs because I was just, you know, a teenager having trouble with my life. You know, I was just sad. You know, lots of things were going on. And I I just was writing, and it just kind of like happened. You know, it wasn't like I'm gonna make a record. You know, it wasn't like that. But yeah, I just I don't know. I can't help not make music. You know.
Do you feel like that's influenced people's reaction to you when they find it? Because to listen to you on your CD, you wouldn't say, "Oh, 15-year-old,"
I
you know?
Well, that kind of, and obviously I'm not, 15 anymore.
Right, exactly. I should point that out.
No, I'm 14. Was pretty grown up for a 14-year-old. No, but yeah, I think initially I never wanted that to be even when I was so young, I didn't want that to be the focus point, because it just always made me uncomfortable. And it does influence people even now. And I guess it's good in the music, and they're like, oh, it's great, but I don't really like that. I don't really want even people, I'm just like, I don't even want to talk about it, because I just don't feel like it's relevant. So.
Let the music speak.
Yeah, exactly.
So you had a fairly lengthy journey to settling on a relationship with a label. You were independent for a long time, and I know that you were pretty selective about the relationships that you were going to choose to form.
Yeah. Yes.
What has that been like, the whole journey of, being independent versus, trying to decide on a relationship? I know for a lot of people that are starting out, that's a really important step.
It's pretty intense. I'm not signed now. It's crazy, you have to really you meet a lot of people that you don't like, or a lot of situations that maybe aren't the right thing. And I think it's very important to find something that is just conducive to what you want to do as an artist, and finding someone that's going to support that, and just there's just so many things to consider. It's like it's a lot to think about, but.
And especially living in a climate where it is so possible to do it on your own, if that's the road you can continue down.
Absolutely. Well, it's there's nothing wrong with cash and big check. But yeah, I've been fortunate enough to be able to make a living doing just this, which is great. And then now I'm with Rondor Publishing here in Rondor. And that's helped, so I don't really have to rush anything, and I can just kind of do what I do and find the right thing, when I'm ready to do that. So
that's awesome. You got your start in Philadelphia, kind of doing the open mic experience.
You really did your research.
What was that experience like?
It was, to be honest with you, it was so amazing. It was great. I played open mics at this place called The Point, which is now closed, in Bryn Mawr,
That's Matt Nathanson put out his live CD, Live at The Point.
Oh, right, yeah. The Point was just the spot, It was like just this amazing place, and everybody played, Bruce Springsteen played there. It was a really cool place, and they had this great open mic, and I went every week. And I just started doing that, and then that kind of evolved into me having my own shows, and then they started selling out and stuff. So that's, I guess, how I got started. But I think I would recommend that to anyone who's trying to do that. I just think because you get comfortable on stage and performing.
Yeah. That's huge, and just an opportunity to kind of get your music in front of people too, which is awesome.
And some places,
some
open mics, they are mostly other musicians, just waiting to play, and they're like. But this place was pretty cool because they have a lot of good people come. Because a lot of times, most of it is crap. You go and you're just like, this is terrible, and but. It was right by 4 colleges, so they had all the college kids come in and hang out, and because it was free, and so that's what made The Point pretty cool.
Super
and it was
cool.
a great atmosphere, really cool vibe there.
So you've had support from WXPN, which is one of the great independent supporting radio stations in the nation, and then The Bitter End, which is a venue which launched people like Billy Joel, Linda
Yeah.
Ronstadt, like just awesome people.
Yeah.
And then, you know, MySpace has been pretty kind to you as well. And what do you think have been some just like venues or just kind of forces that have helped you along as an independent artist?
Well, I think you just, talked about definitely the biggest three there. XPN was great when I was in Philly and starting out to play there, and they were just really supportive and, still continue to be so, which is great. And, in New York, I played my first gig in New York there, and I still play there now, and they're just, it's great there. I love it. It's like I know everyone there, and I go in and I'm like, what's up, guys? And they're, Kenny, who owns the Bitter, is just awesome, and he's actually opening a club out here.
Ooh,
So,
yay.
yeah, should be pretty, I hear it's pretty crazy. I hear it's a really nice room. So, and yeah, being able to get a hold of people through MySpace and it's a great marketing tool. So, yeah, I think those are the big things. Yeah.
So one of the things that I like to do with artists is if they just have a really cool story that I run across, or like when I interviewed Keaton, I had him tell a story about when a guy like jumped up on stage and passed out on stage. Just like funny things that happen or cool things that happen. I like to have them tell the story because I think that that's sort of interesting for people to hear. So a story that I ran across in an article when I was researching for this was a story that your mom told about being at a soccer game and a karaoke competition at halftime. Do you mind telling that story? Because I thought it was fantastic.
I was like 8, and would sing all the time, and everybody would be like, shut up. I would sing in the grocery store, and people would be like, you stop, because it's just like, and I would sing loud too. I wouldn't be like singing to myself. I'd be like putting on a show, and I loved like soccer, I don't, no interest now, but when I was 8, I was really into soccer. So we were at this indoor soccer game in Lafayette, Louisiana, and they had this, they were doing a karaoke thing for, I guess, I don't know, it was like supposed to be, it was like a Patsy Cline song, and I love Patsy Cline. I loved Patsy Cline when I was 8. And I was like, oh my gosh, Mom, I want to do that. And she's like, no, you can't do that. They've already, picked, the people, so no. And so about like a minute later, a guy comes around and he's like, oh, like he was asking my mom if she wanted to do it. She's like, no, but she will. And here I am, like, like this high, and they're like, it's like Patsy Cline. She's. And so she's like, no, she's going to do it. And so I went, and it was like 10,000 people, and I went and I sang, and I like won, and everybody, sweet. I had like a standing ovation. I won like a t-shirt and stuff. So that's cool.
That's fantastic though. That's like one of those classic stories of rock and roll.
So right, I was a rock star at 8. It was cool though. I think that was kind of when I was like, I want to do this.
Yeah, for sure.
It was really fun. So.
Like my lifetime is going to be just a procession free t-shirts. Also.
It was great. I got to meet the whole team, and I got a t-shirt.
Awesome.
I got a t-shirt, and I got like I think that's it. But the t-shirt was cool.
To an 8-year-old though, but I probably
got
like the best prize was the love of the crowd though, I would think.
Oh yeah. I think I also got like a computer game or something.
Nice.
I don't even know, or some kind of CD, or I don't know what I would. Probably just a t-shirt. I'm making it up.
The story's gonna like get better and better every time.
Whatever. I'm just gonna shut up. I think I got like a pen, maybe a hat.
So the last part of the interview is actually my favorite part. A lot of people really like it, and it's 10 questions that I ask the same 10 questions to everyone that gets interviewed.
Okay.
So, what is the last number on your dialed calls list?
Let me look. Hold on. It's I think Ron, my publisher, he called somebody. I don't know. It's some like LA number, but after that it's Ron Moss. my publisher, and then after that it's my mom.
That's when you know you're big time, is when there's numbers on your phone that you don't even know
Well,
who they belong to.
Ron lost his phone the other night, so he was trying to like use my phone to like call and find it.
Who was your first crush?
This little boy in like the first grade, his name was Grant, and he had really nice hair.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What is your favorite restaurant?
My favorite restaurant. Oh, Jesus. Oh, man, I could really... Oh, man, what is my favorite restaurant? I have so many, it's so hard to decide. I like, I don't know. I mean, I like lots of different... I can't think of, like, a favorite restaurant. That's kind of sad. I like this place, well, I just go here all the time. I wouldn't say it's my favorite restaurant, but... It's like this diner in New York, and it's like across. It's called Big Nick's, and I love it. I mean, that kind of sucks as an answer though, because it's not like a good restaurant. It's just like they have good pizza and stuff. Favorite? I don't know. I like sushi and like I like all kinds of food. Any good food, I'm like there. I'm a big foodie.
Cool. What was the last movie that you saw?
Oh. I saw that movie with Owen Wilson and Adrian Brody. It was some movie that was set in India.
I don't know the title of that movie, but I know what movie you're talking about.
Express.
Yes.
Kind of weird.
I don't know the title, but how was it?
I didn't like it. People are gonna be like, it was. I thought it was alright. I thought it was kind of boring. It didn't really have a storyline.
Yeah.
It was just like, what the hell was that about? But it was kind of interesting, sort of funny, some part. But I thought it was, whatever. I'm not gonna like get into it. They're gonna like call me, what? You like that? I didn't really enjoy it, but the people I was with, some people liked it. So.
What book are you reading right now?
I'm reading this book called Eat, Pray, Love. I think it's on the...
I hear really good things about that book.
Yeah, I'm reading that book. I feel like I've read it before, but I'm reading it, and I was reading it on the plane, so it seems
that book is all
good.
about like mystical connections, so maybe you're having like a mystical deja vu experience.
Yeah, I really feel like I've read it before, but I'm like, I don't feel like I had bought it before. I feel like I don't know.
Cool.
It's pretty good so far.
What CD is in the player in your car right now?
It's it's the last CD. I don't know. I think I bought that Van Hunt. Do you like Van Hunt?
Yes.
His new EP. I've been listening to that. And oh no, I'm sorry, Feist. Feist's record. That's what I've been. This is the last record I bought, and that's kind of what I've been listening to. I love this great record.
Yeah.
It's really good. I like it a lot.
I'll have to pick it up.
Yeah, it's really great.
Awesome.
Really great.
What kind of iPod do you have?
I have the oldest iPod ever. I have. Do you want to? It's like it doesn't even have
like,
buttons, or I don't think I have
like
it here.
non-color screen even.
Yeah, no color screen. It's like, and it breaks all the time. Like the light doesn't work. I can't see it. I'm like in the dark. I'm like. It doesn't have button. Like it has like. You know how the new ones have the pressable button?
Yes.
I don't have that.
All you can do is like drag your thumb across it.
Mm-hmm. I have the old one.
Well, oh sorry, go ahead.
No, it's just old.
What was your first job?
My first job was, I guess my first real job. I worked at this dog daycare thing, like cleaning poop. Cleaning up dog shit. But I liked it. I had a great time. But my mom owned businesses, and I would like work for her.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I did a lot of that. I would like make phone calls, and I've done a lot of work for that kind of thing. But I think my first like job that wasn't for one of my mom's companies was like, yeah, I was at this doggy daycare place, and I would like take care of the dogs and pick up their poo and give them water.
That's so cool.
It was fun. Really
How
cool.
awesome that your mom just kind of instilled that sort of independent entrepreneurship in you as well.
Absolutely. That was a big part of just life, because that's what she
Mhm.
always owned her own business, and
That's fantastic.
yeah, really, really cool.
Let's see. What would you be doing right now if you were not a musician?
I have no idea. I don't know. This is all I mean, this is what I'm really good. I don't know. I have no idea what I would be doing. I mean, I would be doing something, I guess. But I really don't know. I can't even, like, fathom what that would be like,
Mhm.
you know? Because, but I'm the type of person that really gets into something when they do. I'm just totally absorbed and learn everything I can about it. And so I would do something, but I can't even, I have no idea, you know? This is like
Mhm.
what it's my only interest.
So if this is the first that they're becoming aware of you and seeing you, but they really want to get into your music now, really want to learn how they can support you and stuff like that, what would you suggest where would they go? What would they do?
Well, logging on to the MySpace. I'm on iTunes. You can buy my record on iTunes, which would be great, because I'm not, people need to buy records for support independent artists.
Mhm.
So I'm on iTunes, and you can buy them off my website. Come to the show, all that stuff. It's good.
Yeah, actually, let me give out the information for the show. Again, it is tomorrow, which is Tuesday, October 16th, Hotel Cafe, 1623 and a half, which don't let the half scare you if you've never been there. It's not hard to find. It's just back around the alley. North Cahuenga Boulevard in Hollywood. It's 21 and over, unfortunately, so if you're not sporting an adult ID, you can't go. But it's at 7 p.m. And if you want to give them a call just to verify or get more info, it's 323-461-2040. And can you play us out?
I certainly can.
Excellent.
Let's see. I'm trying to figure out what to play here. I wrote this song out in LA last time I was here with a guy named Ted Bruner, and he's another writer here at Rondor, and it's awesome, and it's called Scared to Feel. Standing in a crowded room to feel all alone. Go through the motions, you just wanna go home. Wait, let's watch the lights go down from my rooftop, baby. Wait, let's get high like we used to. You say you're fine, but you don't mean it. You don't mean it. You blame yourself, but don't believe it. Don't believe it. Yell it out so you can hear it, baby. You're so scared to feel it. Oh, you know I'm there if you need it. We fall in love with people we know we'll lose. We find a way to run away from everything we choose. Wait, let's walk downtown, get lost like children. Won't you wait just a little longer, 'cause I missed you. You say you're fine, but you don't mean it. You don't mean it. You blame yourself, but don't believe it. Don't believe it. yourself, but don't believe it. Don't believe it. Yell it out so you can hear it, baby. You're so scared to feel it. Oh, you know I'm there if you need it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Oh, thank you for having me.